Let's briefly discuss the process for adding header and footers in MS Word templates. Here I will open an MS Word template I created. To start, there are two ways to implement headers and footers in your Word templates. The first is the standard header-footer solution available in MS Word. To add or edit headers, footers, double-click in the header area. You'll note that this area has now become the active area, and you can add content as needed. Once done, double-click on the body area and click Save. This process does have drawbacks. With this, header-footer content needs to be set up per template. So if you have 100 templates, it means you need to set this up 100 times. Also, let's say a small update is needed, then this means 100 separate updates. This is not practical at all. The recommended way to deal with this instead is to use linked documents in the header-footer area. So, you'll have your main body template, and then you'll have two separate Word documents, one for your header and one for your footer. These will then be combined when generated. Before we start, keep in mind that this is a super user activity, as some actions are needed on the root drive where our documents are stored. Now, the first step is to create the header document. This does not need to be created within the Patricia document creation area. You can if you so choose, but we will not. I will create a new Word document and save it to my network drive where all my documents are stored. So, to create the header document, we now have an empty Word document. I'll add in my header content directly in the body area. Take note that I'm not accessing the header area in this document, but simply adding it in the main area. I'll now save this to my network drive where all my documents are stored. And I will create a new folder called Header Footer and then save it. Now go back to Patricia and open your main Word template. The idea here is to pull in our header document via a link. I'll double click on the header area so that it becomes active. Now click on Insert and then Object. Choose Create from File and then click Browse. Browse to the location where you stored your header document and select it. Ensure to tick Link to File so that all changes to the header document is applied when we generate our main template. Now click OK. Notice our header content has been pulled in. The exact same process applies for the footer. So let's test this. Save the template and then generate it. Let's now imagine that you had to implement a change in your header. With this solution, only one update is necessary, and all generated documents will contain the new content in the header due to the link. All you would need to do is open the root header-footer documents, as I'm doing right now. I'll then make my changes here. Now save it and generate your template again. Note that the changes now reflect. Two additional points to mention. You may be prompted with a request on whether the link should be updated. This prompt depends on your Office version. Choose Yes when this appears.